Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to bring you a box today, and I'm doing a blog hop for the 3D paper trimmer blog hop, and the theme was box it up. So I've made a box of. I made this for my Dandy Garden Memories and More cards, because you get your Memories and More cards. They come in a little plastic bag thing. You split it open, and then what do you do with them? I've put them in little 6x6 Ziploc bags, but actually I thought I'm going to make something pretty. So this is for me Dandy Gardens that I've got, and they fit in there nicely, and I've made it so that you can get your finger in there and access them really well. I've even made it so that it does hold the chipboard, so that I don't know why that wasn't at the bottom, so that can store in there. These would make lovely little journal covers. I am going to do that one day. But yeah, so I mean, I've used some of these cards already, but it does hold a full pack there, and I've sort of done it so that there is like 1/4 inch top and bottom, so it's easy to get your fingers in and get them out. And they're a nice little size, and my idea was I haven't done it yet, put a little label on the back so that could sit on a shelf and you could read it, and I might put one there so you could put them that way as well, depending on how big your shelf is. So those were my idea. So I'm going to make a box for the hand pen. Now I did this one, the top, in 2 separate bits. So I was just looking at what paper I had, and I had it in 2 separate bits. I'm doing this one in a single bit. So this is done. I was going to do it to be 3/4 inch deep, but I've changed it to 5/8, and the reason why I've changed it to 5/8 is because I wanted you to be able to make it out of an ordinary piece of standard piece of cardstock. And if we had it 3/4 inch deep, it would require 11 1/4. I think it was 11 1/4 I worked it out to be. It was over 11 inches anyway, and so I know that in America your cardstock is 11 inches wide, so I didn't want you to have to use 12x12, so I sort of adjusted it a little bit, so that and it's still deep enough. So this measures 10 7/8 by 7 3/4. We're gonna have mats for the top. They measure 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, because it's going to be 6 1/2 by 4 1/2 in the end. And then this is 6 by 4. And I wanted to do it so this was 6 by 4. So if, as in the case of Dandy Garden, the DSP is 6 by 6 that goes with it. So I didn't want you to have to not be able to use the DSP that matches the cards. So I'm going to use my trimmer and not my scoreboard, because it is the 3D trimmer block up. So yeah, 10 7/8. So it is just 1/8 below 11, and 7 3/4 that way. So on the short side, we're going to score at 5/8. Now I think it's much easier to do 5/8 that way. Now 5/8 is 1 whole eighth, not a 16th, which is those little ones, but 1 whole eighth past the half. So it's the halfway between half and 3/4. Okay, so we're going to score down that, and then basically we're going to score another 5/8 or 7 1/8. So we put that corner there at 7 1/8. It is 5/8 on that side. Okay. And then on the long side, we want 5/8 again. and then I'm going to move it that way. So we've done that 5/8, and then we're going to do 5 1/8. Can of course do this on the scoreboard, and then 5 3/4, and then 10 1/4. Which gives you your 5/8 on that side. So it is, those of you who know your boxes, it's a pizza style box. Okay. So we are just going to fold and burnish all of these score lines. There we are. What I haven't said is that I have used the thick Whisper White, Basic White for this, not the ordinary, just because you want it to last a little bit longer. So you've got 3 squares on each side, so we're going to cut up these squares. I like to go so that the score lines stay on the bit in the middle that I am taking off. Okay, so the same there, so I can get rid of that scored bit and then go up there. Make sure you do get all of that score line out. Because I'm using these scissors. I just can't hold them very well. The other ones are on the other desk. We had a whole weekend, the Pootler team, the Stampin' Up team I'm in, we had a whole weekend of crafting. So I sat on my main desk. So things migrated over there. It was so nice to be sat chatting and crafting. We had make and take projects. I made one of the make and takes, very similar to this. It is box made in exactly the same way, but it was designed to hold full cards. I might bring it you. Yeah, and it was just lovely. So all day Saturday and Sunday we finished. So we started at 10 and finished at 7 on Saturday. We had like time off for lunch and things, but lots of us still carried on. We had like a 2-hour break and then a bit of a break later, but lots of us carried on the Zoom call and just chatted and things. Right, so that's what you end up with. And what you do is, one of them is the bottom. So you stick them all up together, and then one of them is the top. And the top you need to do a little thumb hole. I'm going to use my 1/2 inch circle punch because I've got one. You can use other things. You can use, I sometimes use the everyday label punch. That'll do it, but the 1/2 inch landed on me. So that I've now decided is the top. So that's the bit that's going to be decorated. You can decorate before or after. I think I did after last time. So they will stick on. I think I'm going to carry on doing after because I've got to die cut some weirds. So I'm going to do the bottom first because you want to make the top round the bottom. So I'm going to put some glue on these flaps. I'm using Tombow because when I picked it up I couldn't see my fast fuse, but I've seen it now. But I just think Tombow, I think, will hold this better longer, and I want it to last a long time, because it does take me a while to get through my... I haven't used a complete pack of Memory and More pack cards yet, from the very beginning when Stampin' Up! Started making them. And to be fair, I've still got some Project Life from when Stampin' Up! Made Project Life as well. So, so yeah. I don't want it to fall apart. Not that I think it would necessarily fall apart with fast fuse, but sometimes I think if it gets hot, fast fuse, you know, runner tape does sort of wear out. Not that we generally get that hot in the UK, but it has been really boiling. Really boiling. Sleeping with the windows open, it's been so hot. And last night, I was back under the duvet with my fleecy jammies on. It's just crazy British weather, absolutely crazy. We can have glorious boiling heat wave one day and raining the next and freezing. That's just the way we roll here in the UK. So now that is just going to get folded over there and glued down. So that's how I build my lid round my base, and then that makes you have a nice snuggy fit. There we go. I said to my mate Jill, I said, I've got 3 projects to film. I said, I've made the, you know, I've made them, and now I'm going to make them again for filming. Often I just film straight away, so I only have to make 2 of things. And I said, I don't really feel like it. I said, she said, perhaps you need to have a word with your boss. I said, nah. I said, she said she might pick up on the fact that you're slacking. I said, it's all right making myself look busy. She hadn't noticed yet. Of course, I am my boss. But I had a little break for lunch, then I came back to it and I thought, no, let's get doing it. Discovered that yesterday I was clearing the memory off my camera, and I managed to delete the introduction of a video that I'm planning, and it's like, oh, great. It was a bit of an unboxing. You can't unbox second time. You've slid it open. So, oh well, never mind. That's the way it goes. So that is the basic box, and this is my packet of Memories and More cards. And you see they do fit in really well. You've got space there to stick your finger in, pull them out without any problem at all, and it all folds down quite nicely. And I don't think you need a ribbon or anything around it. It's grand as it is. And I intend to make them for all of my Memories and More, have them on a shelf, and I'll put the names of what they're called on there, and obviously I'm going to have it on the top. So now we're going to decorate the top. So that is my basic decoration. So that's Misty Moonlight there, picking out the Misty Moonlight there in this sheet. Very pretty paper. So now I just want to decorate it. So as with this one, I'm gonna do hand penned M&M probably, not to be mistaken for goodies, for sweets. It's Memories and More. And on this one I put punted out dragonfly. I thought that was quite cute. On this one I might use my dies and cut something out, but I'm gonna cut out the letters first. Now on this one I did it in white so it popped. This one's got quite a lot of white in it, so I thought I'm gonna use the Misty Moonlight, I think, so it matches the mat there. So I'm gonna get them cut out. So I'm gonna use the Playful Alphabet. That's what I've used on there, and just pick out the letters that I need. I always find it a little bit hard to see them. So H-A-N D and penned P E going to cut out 2 more N's, another E, and another D. Oh, I've got another N there. All right, so only 1 extra N is needed. I haven't got a spare D, have I? There's doubles of some, and then we want memories and more. So I think I'll stick in the same sort of way as I did it then. M and M, we'll get another M when we cut it out. So I'm going to run those through my die cutter and get them all ready. So I cut out all the letters, and then I had a little think, and I remembered we had this little strip in the hand penned flower dies, they're called. They're in the bundle, and I thought that might look quite nice. Kind of reminds me of lovely larder cupboards where they used to put little bits of lace along the edge of cupboards. I quite liked that, so I thought that's what we're gonna go for. I did have a little trial of cutting it out on blue, and actually then I thought, no, I think the white will look better. So just use those like strips you get when you cut your cardstock down for mats. I always keep those strips, so they worked really well. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the bottom one in and then do the M&M on top and then work up that way. I thought that would be the easiest way of doing it. So I'm going to use my finer glue pot, which actually needs refilling, I think. It's fine, that's fine. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see a bit better what I'm doing. Centering it. I can't really see better what I'm doing because I'm too far away. The close-up glasses, and actually when I'm stood up I can't see. There we go, put that on. So let me put that there and that there. That's in the centre, so that's where the and needs to go. So I'm going to put that one in first. And little tweezers here. And because I've got this, that helps me keep it straight as well. Method in my madness, as always. Just going to get an acrylic block. So, stick my M&M on. So that's them all stuck down, and then I thought actually it probably would look better if I put one of them at the top just to finish it off. And then I was deciding, do I want it that way or that way? That way puts it in exactly the same way as all the others. I think I'm going to do that. So that is the last thing to do, is to add this. And kind of making me realise that if I do some more of these, it's quite a nice way to put the title on. Could use this for all of them. Come in a little bit, maybe. So it's not right up to the edge, because it's not right up to the edge down there. There we go. So that needs to glue to there. I'll use my ordinary bottle of Tombow for this. We were discussing Tombow at the weekend. Some are Team Tombow, some are Team Tape. I'm a Team Tombow, as you know, if you watch me. Just find it quicker. I think it's more economical. There we are. I'm liking that. I think that looks very cool. So I'll be making more of these for other packets that I've got, and then they'll take up less room. Then I've got a little plastic drawer set that they're currently in, and I can utilise that for other things. Right, I'm gonna put that underneath. Yeah, that'll do. This is probably why doing it before it's decorated helps. There we go. So that is my storage, and I say I'm going to type to put long ones down the edge. But yeah, I think that's cool. So I hope you like that. All the measurements and everything will be over my blog, and I'll link to that down below. And in that blog, I'll link to the original blog hop as well, so you can go and check out what everybody else has made. The other boxes. I love making boxes. Okay, so see you again soon. All the shop details down below as well. So if you want to buy anything, you can. Okay, see you again soon.